Yerp, this perp, and yes, Cobra Kai is back. Cobra Kai never dies. This is Cobra Kai Season 2, Episode 1 review. Before I get into the video, I want y'all to hit that like button, you know what I'm saying? And if you're new to this channel and this is your first time hearing me, hit that sub button because I got way more coming after this episode review. Right after this, I'm going to get right to watching episode 2, but let's get right into this review. Starting off where we picked off from last season, with Kreese coming back into Johnny's life, and this was a really, really dope. I really like the direction they're going with this season. Because Johnny's not like Kreese anymore. He's not an sadistic bastard. He wants nothing to do with this man, and like he literally gets so close from just like, I don't know what he was gonna do, but Johnny's really going through some shit. But we cut to a scene with Danny and Robbie. They're doing more chores. Well, Robbie's doing more chores, showing off Mr. Miyagi's car collection and stuff, and it was a really cool moment. I really like the chemistry between these two. I think they couldn't cast anybody more perfect for this role. Then Johnny gets a visit from Miguel's mom, and Miguel's mom's kind of worried that Miguel's going down this dark path, and Johnny's going to try to stop that from happening. But I think something's gonna. I have a prediction on that. I'll get to that later. But we cut to the scene where Cobra Kai's Miguel and all them, they're celebrating. Besides Miguel, he kind of feels like an ass for what he did, but I feel like he's definitely going to go down this dark route, because take a person like Hawk. He doesn't want to go back to how life was, him being a loser. Like, he likes being at this like rock star status, and I think he's just going to be a bad influence on Miguel as a whole. So this is probably my favorite part of this whole entire episode, where Johnny meets up with Kreese to talk about some things, and where he's been. He kind of gives and Kreese lets you know where he's been at. But in this whole scene, I really fucked with what Kreese was talking about, how kids nowadays are soft and all this, and it's just like I completely agree. If you've seen it, let me know if you've seen this, because like I really like this scene straight up. If you haven't, man, dope scene. Another dope scene is Danny and Robbie really getting close, and him really telling the story of Mr. Miyagi and who he was as a person. I really like that, because this is definitely for the new generation, so a lot of the new generation don't go back and watch old shit. I'm not saying all, but most kids, won't go back and watch the older movies, so it's cool that they're throwing that in there to give you a little bit more backstory on Mr. Miyagi for people that don't know. So we get to this is the one part that I really liked. Also, there's a lot of moments I really liked in this. How they finally how Johnny addressed Hawk and Miguel for their actions at the tournament for winning, because they're kind of like, definitely Hawk is feeling himself. He's gassed up. Miguel, he feel like he did nothing wrong. He kind of brings it up to Johnny and stuff, and Johnny's like, yo, we don't do that around here. And like, I really like that about Johnny. He's really trying to step up. But then he runs into Danny and Robbie at Home Depot, or whatever the fuck this shit is, a hardware store, to get the glass that broke in the earlier episodes. So they sit there and have a little arc. They try to talk it out. He's trying to talk it out with his son, but his son's not really feeling him. He just doesn't really trust him. And I feel like that's going to have to change by the end of this season, maybe. Who knows? Also, I like that Danny is talking to his daughter about like breakups and stuff and how to deal with them. I like everything that was going on in this episode for real. Like there's a lot going on for like 30 minutes of this episode. Then we get Danny getting the realization that, you know, he even sees himself that he's too obsessed with like Johnny and Cobra Kai and taking them down. He just said, hey, let's just teach people a new way, a better way. And, you know, this is where his daughter joins him, and that's going to be really dope. I like that. Now Johnny's got 2 students to start with. Who knows? We might get some more new characters throughout this season, but yeah, this pretty much ends off with, you know, Johnny really in his head, and he thinks back to when he was a kid, and like this is really powerful. It makes me think that I think Johnny's gonna go back to his old ways, maybe, but who knows? With Kreese trying to leave, trying to suck up to him, this was amazing, bro. I was like, I felt bad because I was like, yo, Johnny's gonna fall for this. But I think we're in for a pretty dope season, yo. It's just a really good start. I like the pacing. They didn't go too overboard with extra shit, you know. Dope episode, definitely a dope episode. Well, stay tuned for my next episode review. It should be up any day, anytime now. I have no idea. Yeah, if you're, like I said, if you're new, hit that like button. Let me know what you thought about this episode in the comments below, and I'll check y'all out in the next video. Peace.
I want when they see me, they know that every day when I'm breathing, it's for us to go farther. I gotta do more than just the average man would do. I gotta set a mark that can't nobody touch. The place that I won't go, and I feel as though if you got love and you putting out real shit, you can do that. If you kicking that shit from your heart, you can go wherever your heart wants you to go. You have to be diligent about what you want. You have to apply yourself. You have to motivate yourself. And you have to do it for yourself, by yourself. And then you can do things for other people.